it's time for another pregnancy update, and as you could see in the intro, baby is now about the size of a sugar glider. Apparently that's an Australian animal, and I am going into week 19 today, so I am going to give you an update on my 18th week of pregnancy. I was going to start off with symptoms, or I am going to start off with symptoms, and I do have this kind of cheat sheet on my phone that I wrote down this morning. And the funny thing is, the first thing that it says is headaches better. And they have been better this week. But then, of course, just because I wrote that down in the afternoon, I started getting this really bad headache, and it's still going strong, and it's just one of the worst ones that I've had. It's just pounding in my head right now. So yeah, if you look at the amount of, or the number of days throughout the week that I've had a headache, this week has been better than previous weeks, but today, or right now, not so much. I also wrote down fatigue, which is still, I don't know, I should be less tired according to all my apps, but I'm not. I still take at least one nap a day, pretty much. And if I don't, I am exhausted by the end of the day. Kind of connected to that is dreams. I have started getting much more of those vivid kind of pregnancy dreams that a lot of women get. The other night I had two very vivid dreams that I remember that I actually wrote down. They were both about, or one was about like nursing. I had already given birth to the baby, and the other one was about IVF. So that's kind of weird. I'm also having a bunch of nightmares, which isn't very fun, but yeah, that's just part of the territory. A not so fun symptom that I got for the first time in this pregnancy last night was leg cramps. I actually had them twice. I remember them from my pregnancy with Tyrion, but I don't know when they started, so I had no idea when they were gonna start up. But apparently last night was the night, so yeah, another thing that you just kind of have to live through. I don't think you can do much about it, can you? If there are any like tips on how to not have so many leg cramps, put them in the comments below, but I don't think that I've heard of any. And the last symptom that I wrote down is feeling winded. I think that's what you call it. I've noticed definitely this week that just going down the stairs or just talking on the phone and walking at the same time can get me very and it's kind of pathetic. I feel so stupid, but it's like, I think it's or partly because of like the bigger volume of blood in your body and stuff. It's just, it feels so weird because yeah, I feel like I'm constantly out of breath, and it's weird. But moving on from symptoms, I thought that I would talk a bit about quickening, which is feeling the baby moving, and I might have, but I don't know. I'm not sure. It could be gas. It could just be all the intestines and stuff that is starting to get more and more like squished inside my body, trying to survive this very weird thing that's going on right now. I don't know if it's baby or not. I might have felt something small this morning, but I'm not sure. And I actually found a forum online where I was pretty active when I was pregnant with Tyrion and after he was born. And I did find some stuff there that I had forgotten, like when I started feeling him moving, and I started feeling the first things in week 20, and then a few days after I started being like completely sure that yeah, this is definitely baby moving. So a couple of days into week 21 is when I like knew that yeah, this is baby moving. So I have a couple of weeks still, and I hope I start feeling the baby soon, because it's exciting. As for my weight, I have gone up exactly 1 kilo this week, and that's about 2.2 pounds, I think. And it's, I think, the most that I've gained in a week so far. And I'm not super stressed about my weight or anything. It's just kind of interesting to compare to Tyrion, because again, when I went back to the forum, I found how much I gained with Tyrion, with his pregnancy in total. And that was 10 to 12 kilos, which I haven't translated it to pounds, so I'm not sure how much that is, but I guess 20 something, and I think that's very low. But of course, then also Tyrion was born. A fly just flew by the lens. Sorry, I'm sorry if you saw that stupid little fly. What was I saying? Yeah, Tyrion was born in week 34, so if I had gone full term, of course I would have gained even more weight, or much more weight. But it will be interesting to see where this pregnancy ends and how much I will have gained then, because I think it's definitely gonna be a lot more. By this time in Tyrion's pregnancy, I had barely started gaining weight at all, and right now I have gained 4.2 kilos, which is 9.2 pounds. And I'm not even halfway through. So yeah, we'll see what happens. I also wanted to show you this, which is my first creation for the baby. I can't remember now what it's called. It's not a onesie, but whatever, you can see what it is. It's pretty much done. The only thing I need to do is get some buttons and put them here so you can button it up for the baby. And the proportions are kind of off. I'm not sure if you can tell, but I think we're gonna need a very like short and wide baby to fit into this. So I guess if it's anything like me, we'll be fine. And if it's anything like Michael, who's super tall, we'll have to give it to someone else's baby, but it's just fun to make. And of course I've already started a new project, which I will show you once it's done, I guess. The last thing I wanted to talk about today is ultrasound. I am going to the official routine ultrasound in less than a week. And for a lot of women in Sweden, this is the only ultrasound they do, because it's not very common to do lots of them unless, I mean, if you have troubles or if you need them, they do them, but not for no reason. And I've already seen baby 3 or 4 times, 4 I think, but this ultrasound is definitely like the big one where they go through everything in the baby's body, and they can sometimes tell the gender, which I'm excited about too. And yeah, it's just gonna be so cool. And for Tyrion, we actually bought a DVD of, I don't know if it was the whole ultrasound or parts of it, but we're gonna do that with this baby too, of course. And if I can get that footage into next week's pregnancy update, I will, or some of the footage, because it's so exciting. And as for gender, I don't think I have ever tried to hide the fact that both Michael and I really wanted a girl when we were expecting Tyrion, and we hoped that he was a girl. I know that that's kind of frowned upon, but I think you can't really deny your own feelings, and I think it's quite common to have like a preference. Even though you love your baby, no matter what, you can still have a preference and not be a bad mom, in my opinion. So yeah, we wanted a girl, we got Tyrion, we love him, but of course now we would like a girl. But at the same time, I have kind of set my mind to it being a boy. We do have a lot of boys in this like part of the family, and I just feel like it's gonna be a boy. It's not like I have some kind of inkling or feeling that, oh, I can feel that it's a boy. It's just kind of logic, I guess, for me. And probably also a way for me to kind of guard my feelings so I don't get disappointed if it's not a girl. And in fact, I already think of the baby in my head with the boy name that we have picked out. So I think if it is a girl, I'm gonna be like, we have a girl name too, but for me, this is little, I don't want to say the name just yet, but I call him that name already, so it's gonna be so interesting and exciting to see. Hopefully they can tell on the ultrasound what gender it is. Yeah, so next week's update is gonna be probably the most exciting one so far, definitely. I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are too. I need to go now, so I'm gonna show you the belly. So here's the belly from the front. Since I'm wearing a black shirt, you can't tell much, but I'm definitely starting to get more even. I normally have a bit more of a waist, I think, but it's starting to disappear, which is fine. And then here it is from the side. And I feel like you can definitely tell now that I'm pregnant. This is not just like too much pizza and pie. This is a pregnancy belly. I hope you agree. I hope that's not just me seeing it because I want to. I might put in a picture here as well that Michael took yesterday, where I thought that you could really like tell, maybe because of the clothes I was wearing or whatever. But yeah, that's the belly. Please like this video if you liked it, and subscribe if you want to see more of our daily vlogs, and we will see you tomorrow. Hej då!